There's a thing that no one's talking about it. And it's our boys over there in Afghanistan.
Preach.
And the things they have to deal with on a daily basis. And the harassment from the locals.
Yeah, man.
It can be a miserable life over there for them. And it's not made any easier by the local animals.
Son Darcy finds true love in Afghanistan.
Look at this.
Oh, it loves him.
This guy's trying not to get shot. No, he doesn't. He's trying to fight him. He's gonna get his horn caught in the trigger guard.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. They've trained this goat.
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Well, it does seem like the tough love.
I'll get bored in a minute.
Isn't that weird that it's a bullpup that they use the English?
Uh-huh. This is my ditch. You
Come on,
must
the
leave.
now.
Oh. It's like, running away, huh?
Yeah. He's like, you haven't fought me. That's just cheating. Look at this, dude. Like, you have to deal with this in a war zone. A goat all of a sudden. And because you're a nice guy, you're not just gonna shoot it, you know?
Yeah.
But it's a weird looking goat. He's like, I'll fucking shoot.
You better fucking
Persistence
stop.
pays off.
Yeah. He's like, you better stop. I'll fucking just shoot you. Go on. Go. Get. I'm from Wales, mate.
I'll chuck it over this way.
Go on then. Go. Get out of here, you bugger.
Go on then.
Tie it up somewhere. Jeez.
Where, dude? They're in a ditch. They're in a fucking dirt hole, bro.
Throw him over the ridge there.
Yeah,
you're somebody else's
You're
problem.
gonna stand up out of the ditch.
He's doing it right now.
Well, they're still.
Imagine how frustrating you would be, or you are, to say, I don't care, I'm gonna get up and just walk across just to get rid of this goat.
Yeah.
Hopefully I get shot.
Yeah. They'd be like, what are you doing, my goat?
End my misery.
You're like, hey, that's my wife.
I was gonna say something like that.
Like, get your damn hands off my wife. If you think that's bad, dude, here's some Marines being absolutely trashed by a camera. Actually,
They don't look like Marines. You ran like a little fancy. That's funny.
Oh, the other way we're getting some video. Oh shit! Hey, stop fucking running! Go ahead, stop running!
you could tell those guys are from like Oklahoma or something because they're clapping at it like a cow or a horse. Like, get out of here, Go get on out there.
Yeah, little do they know he doesn't speak English.
All the people from the hood are like filming, like, oh, the cow! The army's so funny, dude, because it's all walks of life.
Yeah, man.
Oh, fuck that Silverman.
What an asshole. Yeah, look at these. Spit at you.
Get back in the vehicle, huh?
And
Trying to jump us.
there it comes. He's hawking it up.
Surrounded. Damn shit. Make sure you get in here, alright?
Shit. Get up. Go on, get.
Oh my god, there's so many of them. They're huge. Remember we saw some the other day, actually, up in Davie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, camels are pretty freaking big, man.
They're taller than that Humvee.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, shit. So anyways, that was a lighthearted video.
Did you ever see the...
I'm sure all those guys survived and are in one piece.
Did you ever see the Iraqi and Afghanistan armies doing jumping jacks?
It's so crazy, dude. I don't even want.
Can we please?
All right.
Since we're never on the topic of military, so this is my chance.
It's true.
If you haven't seen this, guys, prepare to die from laughter. He's doing it real slow for him too.
I mean, there's some guys that are getting it.
No, look at that one. He's doing it with his hands. They're all doing it backwards. And like an opposite.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's because we're taught jumping jacks is like young, dude. You know?
It's a pretty simple concept,
but
though.
I'm sure in like
hands go up, feet go out. Hands go in, feet go in. It's very simple. See, look, he does it. He gives him an example. Hup.
Yeah. God, that's bad, guys. So we're gonna get into some.
It'll work. It'll work now.
It'll work now.
I unbroke it.
Internet drama alert. All right. So we're gonna watch.
Is that Sarah Silverman?
Sarah Silverman, former DNC speaker and comedian Sarah Silverman, sours on the Democrat Party.
Ooh.
Oh, how the tides have tided.
Oh, how the turntables have
turned the tables.
Absolutistness of the party I am in.
Yeah.
That is such a turnoff to me.
Suddenly.
It's so fucking elitist. For something called progressive, it allows for zero progress.
Took you like 4 years to figure that one out.
No steps toward. All
She was
or
big on
fucking
Obama.
nothing.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Again, righteousness porn.
Yeah, righteousness.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about this a lot,
That's
just
exactly
in general.
what it is.
I don't know that I want to be associated with any party.
Welcome to the club.
I think I
Yeah.
don't want to be associated with any party anymore.
Yeah.
It
You
just
shouldn't have been in the first
it
place.
comes with too much baggage.
Yeah, you shouldn't get into that game, girl.
Every party.
It's almost like
it
comedians,
comes with so
you know,
much fucking baggage.
should let politicians
That
do politics.
no ideas can be taken at face value. And without ideas, what are we?
Oh, that's a great question. But you're not allowed to
but
ask
it
that
like
question.
just dawned on her, like what George Washington said. Like
It's
like that's what he warned us against, is two parties. Like you can never have progress to its fullest extent if you have two parties.
that's right.
That shit gets bogged down, bro.
And
You
then
weren't supposed to do that.
then what's
they
happening
did.
now happens.
Yep.
Without a common truth, how can we talk about it?
Yeah.
You know, Republicans might hear an idea that they would totally agree with, but if it comes from AOC, then they hate it. And of course, you know, to be honest, when I hear an idea that comes from a Republican, it's suspect to me.
Tribalism.
Yeah, that's because you're brainwashed.
Yeah.
Your brain's all smooth, girl.
We all put too much.
You look
shit
stoned and
on
you
this
smell like
stuff.
nachos.
You look stoned and you smell like nachos.
We no longer are able to be a nation of ideas.
Yeah, because you went around. See, this is the
Now,
thing, is like, it's the fool's regret, bro.
There's something very specific I'm hoping you follow up on
What?
of hers. Something she did before.
What'd she do, man? Tell me.
Oh, well, I don't want to spoil it because it's the video.
It's in this video?
No, she did it on her show. Remember when she painted her face?
No.
You don't remember that?
Oh, Sarah Silverman did Banana Face?
Basketball American face.
No, because
No.
anybody can be
That's right.
Basketball American.
Yeah.
Bro. If you like basketball, doesn't mean you're a criminal.
No.
but most criminals like basketball. And I'm talking about trashy white Irish guys from Boston. I'm talking about meth head fucking junkies in Indiana. You know? They like basketball.
I love how you used that first example very specifically.
Oh, yeah.
Because we know one.
Well, he doesn't like basketball.
Yeah, so he says. He seems like a basketball guy to me.
He seems like he's certainly...
I'm wall-to-wall raccoons.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, so just do Sarah Silverman.
Yeah, I know what...
Yeah. You know what,
Yeah.
You never seen this?
Yes, I have.
Oh, okay. It's like, no, but before you do, it's like, all right, yeah, you went on this, like, whole, like, super, whatever you want to call it, liberal thing of, like, oh, yeah, everything's offensive. We need to be more focused on equality and being more sensitive. And it's like, did you totally forget?
Yeah, so here we go, guys. Time to expose. So this video came out in 2015. Let me just make sure I'm right. August 16th, 2019. I need glasses, dude. Sarah Silverman, I was fired from film after I can say it, after blackface photo resurfaced.
Yeah, you're allowed to say that.
Oh my God, Eugene. I am so sorry. You were right. It's so much harder to be black than it is to be Jewish. I'd kill myself if I were black.
And there you have it, folks.
Holy fuck. Oh my god.
And it's like we take advice from these people.
It's just like, if I was black, I would
and then went on the whole, you know,
you're good to go.
Jumped on the bandwagon.
I look like the beautiful Queen Latifah.
Expected.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's another thing.
Hitler, thank you so much for stopping by tonight. And might I add, you're the worst.
I know.
So my understanding is you want to clear the air because you think you're being unfavorably compared to Donald Trump.
Don't get me wrong, Conan. I agree with a lot he says. A lot. Like 90% of what he says. I'm like, this guy gets it.
Okay.
But it's just... I don't like the way he says it. It's just...
Question in the...
I don't know. It kind of seems like you were really all in on that.
First of all, I will give her this because I do have respect for Sarah Silverman. She invented Sarah Silverman, and now all female comics try to be like her.
I'd never disliked
slightly her. like a 7 who talks about her.
yeah.
That's what it is.
I never disliked her, but I wasn't crazy about. I was never like crazy.
But let me say
especially her show.
This is a great premise to knock the president.
Sure.
Like this is a good Hitler.
No, I'm not.
And if that was the only Hitler joke ever made about Trump, I'd be like, it was hilarious,
right?
Funny. It's a great premise. I agree with 95% of it, but there's just this couple things. Let me just say this: like, I wouldn't go about it this way.
I don't care that she did this or the blackface or whatever. It's just like the hypocrisy that is so ridiculous.
That's the part. Yeah.
That's the thing is we point out the hypocrisy.
Free expression, dude. If you want to have a white guy dressed up as a fucking black guy and he's saying "mammy, mammy," you can do that if you want to.
I mean, nobody will like you.
I'm not gonna fucking watch it or like tell you good job or agree with it.
Or support, I'm not gonna follow your channel.
There's a very funny comedian from South Florida. He lives in New York now, Khalil. This fucking guy is hilarious, dude. And he has a great joke where he's like, I don't want racism to get hushed and put down and not have people be able to speak freely because I want to know who the racists are.
Yeah, exactly.
So I can stay away from them as a black guy.
Right.
And it's true, man, because you start silencing people and you start it's like, well,
That's the thing. Is if you make it illegal to be an asshole, then you don't know who the assholes are.
Right.
Question in the back. Just tell us who you are.
I'm a discrimination lawyer. Crystal, one thing that you said about Sarah Silverman, I get the impression that you take her work at face value. And I think that so many comedians who are really funny, I don't think she's making fun in any way, shape, or form about black people when she does blackface. Because those of us who know the history of blackface is that not only did white people do blackface, but black entertainers had to do blackface to get
you have
jobs.
To be really white
that's
to
I'll say
like
something about that. Hold on. So, did you ever see the music video that Nick Cannon and RZA did?
No.
Totally blackface, and it's called "Eat That Watermelon."
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I have seen that.
How ridiculous! Dude.
I didn't know that was Nick Cannon.
That was
guy.
Yes. Yeah, and Chad, if you don't know that, if you look it up, I swear to God, Nick Cannon is in that video, and they're dressed in like actual like they have like red lipstick.
They call it. It's called minstrel. They're dressed as a minstrel. That's why they're called minstrel shows. Yeah, because they had the big painted faces and stuff.
And then they were wearing like overalls?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
I didn't know that's what it was called.
minstrel.
Whitest thing.
It's a comment about how ridiculous we as a society can be.
Bro.
This is fun.
Can we not? I'm really not about to do this.
I've never walked out on Paul Mooney, so you have to give me a pass.
And you're a discrimination lawyer. Holy God. So I'm going to go ahead and address that by saying, first of all, I can absolutely say that you're racist for being a white woman in effing 2014 or whenever it was she did this to put on blackface and go on television. Yes, I can absolutely call you racist for that. You understand the history behind it and you did it anyway. That is racist. I can say that.
But she doesn't understand the history behind it. She's never looked it up.
Right.
It just looks offensive to her. But she doesn't get what Sarah Silverman was trying to do with that bit, which is what that guy was saying.
Is point out how racist and stupid it is.
How just utterly stupid it is.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, dude, blackface. Let's have a real talk here. Doesn't look anything like a black person.
Right. Well, isn't it supposed to be based around like the portrayal of black people back then?
Well, yeah, dude, because it was like illegal. There weren't that many black people all around the country. But there were performers that would travel, and in some plays.
Oh, they would actually dress like that as performers?
Yes, and then it came into minstrel shows where it was just focused on being a caricature and a stereotype of the black person, and that's when it got really bad.
Okay.
But it doesn't start, it just, like, dude, black people, by law, were not allowed to act with white people.
Right, yeah.
That was the law.
Uh-huh.
But if you needed a black character,
you had to have
somebody dress up as a black guy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it went, dude. Like, and forgive them, but they didn't have, I don't know, fucking, what's that shit called? The lights and sound, magic lights and whatever George Lucas's studio is called.
Yeah, they didn't have the lighting and effects equipment and all
what
that.
Is
so
that?
They had
what is this thing called?
What?
Lighting, sounds, and magic or something like that. I forget, whatever. His studio. But
I don't know.
But yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, she doesn't get it, dude. Like, that's the whole point of Sarah Silverman's joke, is to be like,
so oblivious
she can
to everything. Yeah, her character is supposed to be dumb in the show.
Right, and she's like, I understand what it means to be black now, and it is worse than being Jewish, and like, it's like
it's supposed to be over the top to make it seem ridiculous, and that's why it's funny.
Yes.
Right. We have to explain comedy. Come on, why? You can't just cut to that on me, dude.
Thank you, Kid Oculus. Industrial light and magic.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, in like fucking 1820, they didn't have industrial light and magic. And guess what? In 1820, they needed actors. right? To
Well, just-
portray black people.
Right. Well, the same thing happened with women going further back was women weren't allowed to act on stage, so men had to act out women.
Boom.
It's the same thing, just with different people, dude. It's humans kind of learning how to, like, you know, be humans and, like, above other things.
Well, you just can't blame, especially, dude, actors, like,
so
they, you know, and you know what's crazy, dude, is like, they're always on, like, the more liberal side throughout history, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what's crazy though is that actors like John Wilkes Booth was actually so liberal that he believed in states' rights.
Okay. Well, I mean,
I'm just playing. That's obviously a
okay,
joke.
so like on the with comedians, you know, it's like the court jester. Only the court jester was allowed to make fun of the king, right? He was the only person that was allowed to do it without getting killed. And the concept of that comes from the jester being so like such a lowly person that they're beneath criticism. It's like they're like so low in like a class that they can say that stuff and it doesn't matter because they're a jester. And it's like, you know, and that's where that's why you're supposed to be able to do offensive things and have it be funny. It's because they're beneath criticism.
And well, I forget the name of the jester, but there's like a famous jester from the Tudors court, I believe.
Okay.
And
I'm not familiar, but go ahead.
That's like a long time ago. That's before the monarchy we have now, which is the whatever it's called, man.
Deep state. The royal family.
Yeah, the royal family, but their last name.
Oh. Isn't it great that we don't know the royal family's last name?
No, it's
How about
Windsor.
that, huh?
Windsor, House of Windsor.
4th of July is coming up.
I just told you what it is.
Yeah, well, I don't want to remember.
It's House of Windsor.
Windsor, huh? So their names are yada yada Windsor, Elizabeth Windsor.
Basically.
What about the ones that moved to? Okay, yeah.
What?
The ones that moved to America. They're not. They've been like extradited from they've been expelled from the royal family, or didn't they, or something like that?
Oh, you're talking about Meghan Markle and whatever.
No, not Meghan Markle. It was Charlie and the one that's like always a problem.
Oh, Andrew. Prince Andrew.
No, Andrew was the one that was accused of being hooked up with Epstein.
Yeah.
Though I'm talking about the one that moved here. He's like a ginger.
Yes, dude. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry.
Prince Harry.
Yes.
That's not Andrew.
I know, but Prince Harry wasn't extradited. They left.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. They left, and then as a result, the royal family was like, "Fine, you're out of the family."
Yeah. And they like cried to Oprah, so like rich people feel bad for him and give him money.
Yeah. She goes, "My mansion is too small."
Meghan Markle.
It's so hard. It's so hard being a former princess.
It's so hard. Then do it. Then just do it. All right.
Do it yourself, kid.
You smell like nachos and you look stoned.